What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we are taking a look at the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Sidekick Extended Edition. Going into the 2022 season, I was looking for another bow holder that I could attach to the seat of my Lone Wolf Custom Gear .5. I did run the original Lone Wolf Custom Gear Sidekick on the platform of my stand, but the only thing that I did not like about it is when I was in the seated position, it still required a decent amount of movement for me to get my bow off that hanger and in the ready position. So when I heard that they were releasing an extended edition that attached to the seat, I was actually super excited to get my hands on this and try it out. Now, I will say when I received this and opened it up, my first impressions was this thing is massive. It is way bigger than it looks like online. They actually do not publish the overall dimensions, but once I mounted it and played around with this thing, it is actually super nice. I love the fact that this thing swivels in and out. It really allows you to keep your overall profile streamlined as you're going in and out from your hunting location, so you're not actually snagging on any brush. Now, as far as the specifications go, the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Sidekick Extended Edition is advertised at 5.3 ounces. With the hardware and the hockey tape, I'm getting 6 ounces, no big deal there. The overall length is 8.5 inches, and then you are going to have 7 different mounting holes that is going to allow you to play around with how far extended you want this off your platform or your seat or your saddle platform, whatever you're going to run it on. Now, the material that is used is the exact same material that they use on their stand. It is that aluminum with that titanium powder coating, and then it is obviously water jet cut just like the rest of their products. Now, one thing that I am actually super excited about is that Lone Wolf Custom Gear is bringing back that wolf logo on a lot of their newer products, so that's pretty cool to see. Now, when you purchase the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Sidekick Extended Edition, what you're going to get in the package is basically the bow holder itself. You're going to get a mounting bolt with various washers, which we'll go over how those need to be positioned when you install it on your tree stand or saddle platform. And then you're also going to get 4 different O-rings. Now, the one thing that I will say is last year when I ran those up on the front, it did make it a little more difficult to slide my bow out freely. So I just basically ran 2 on the back, and the reason that I did that is just to ensure that I don't slide my bow in too far and scrape it up against this metal, because this metal will definitely scratch your bow limbs. But from here, let's go ahead, let's mount this thing on my Lone Wolf Custom Gear .5. I'm going to show you how I'm going to run this in the 2022 season, and then I will demonstrate 2 different bows that I have. I have a Matthews VXR 31.5 inch axle to axle, and then I also have a Matthews V3, which is a 31 inch axle to axle. So both very similar bows. They are set up identical, but it'll give you a good reference point as just how well this thing holds your bow in place while you're up in your tree stand. We went ahead, we installed the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Sidekick Extended Edition. I will bring you guys in a little closer and show you guys that washer orientation. I didn't want to bore you guys with the installation of it. Like I said, it is very simple. Currently right now, I have my Matthews VXR installed on the Sidekick. Holds it very well. Definitely no concern with this thing going anywhere. It's not going to fall out. There is a little bit of bounce to it. And one thing that I will say is I've already been up here and kind of tested this out a little bit. It is very tight when you're sitting on a Lone Wolf Custom Gear .5. So I would probably not run my bow on the extended edition unless it's like prime time and I'm expecting a lot of deer movement and I want to reduce that amount of movement that is required to get my bow in the ready position. But let me jump up here real quick and just show you how easy it is to get your bow off the bow hanger, and then I'll switch over to the V3 and I'll show you just how well the bow holder actually holds that bow. And you can kind of see a little bit of difference. It seems like the VXR does lean a little bit more forward. I believe that has to do with the change on the limbs from the VXR to the V3. They did make things a little bit more parallel, but it still does a great job at holding it. But let's jump up here real quick and like I said, I'll show you just how easy it is to get the bow off the bow hanger, and then I will show you guys how tight it is when you're up here. Obviously, when it's attached to the seat, unfortunately you can't shift the seat up, but you do still have decent amount of room to move, but you don't have much, that's for sure. If I was gonna stand, I would drop it down to the original Sidekick that I have installed on the platform. But like I said, so I mean, I'm moving around, the bow's bouncing, definitely not going anywhere. Probably not something that I would recommend that you really want to do all the time. But as I mentioned, it is pretty tight. I feel like I have to sit with my hand on this side of the bow to really be comfortable. If not, I feel like I'm pretty scrunched up. And then if I did need to get my bow, obviously I gotta kind of finagle my arm around it. So it would just be better if you just sat with your arm around your bow. Also adds a little bit of security that you're not going to bump this thing and drop it. But this is just how fast it is to get this thing off in the ready position. So as you can see, very little movement. But real quick, let me jump down here and switch over to the V3, and I'll show you guys just how well it does at securing that bow. So V3, identical setup. The only thing that's different is I'm running 3 ounces on the back versus the VXR where I got 4 ounces. I do have a different sight, so this bow does feel a little bit heavier in the hand, but like I said, it does do a great job at holding it. We'll go ahead, we'll drop it in here real quick, and you know, you can see I don't have any issues with the bow wanting to tip back. I can shake this, put a little bit of bounce to it. Sidekick does a great job at securing everything in place. This one is rocking a little bit now that I'm kind of putting a little bit of pressure on the seat, but at no point is the bow tipping backwards. Now if I wanted to get a little bit more lean to it, I could run it all the way back to the limb pocket, and that allows that bow to lean forward a little bit more. But I'll jump up here real quick, and then same thing, you know, you can still move. You don't have any concern with the bow. But like I said, if I wanted to stand, I would definitely drop it down to the original Sidekick. You can just swivel this thing, tuck it away, transition my bow to the Sidekick on my platform, and then I can go ahead, lift the seat, and then I got plenty of room. Now again, prime time, I do like to sit. I can go ahead, swivel this out, and then go ahead, take my bow, and then put it in the Sidekick Extended Edition, and same thing. Not a lot of room when you're up here with the bow, but it does an awesome job at reducing the amount of movement that it takes to get your bow in the ready position, and that's what's going to come in clutch with this setup. So very happy with the Sidekick Edition. Like I said, it was a little bit bigger than expected, but I love the fact that it swivels out of the way. You can use it, not use it. It's just another accessory to have in your arsenal or in your toolbox. So but that's going to be it for this video. If you guys got any other questions, you can always leave me a comment below. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Your guys' support greatly helps us out. And if you have not checked out MichiganAmbushOutdoors.com, please go over there. We do have some merch available. Your guys' purchases of that merch greatly supports this channel, keeps us doing what we're doing. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one.